Good formation here. Steve Van Zeeland at the rear of the field. Aaron Kane off pole. Carter Armstrong on his outside. Aaron Van Zeeland, Michael Jenner, second row of the grid. Steve Van Zeeland at the rear and away. Let's see how young 19-year-old Carter handles the pressure out here. Into the lead goes Darren Kane by about 30 or 40 metres in the first lap, so that's an ominous sign for the rest of the field. Aaron Van Zeeland in a little bit of bother. Out of turn number 2, gets it back to stay ahead of Jenner and Steve Van Zeeland. So DK Darren Kane and the Dominator, and he's given a dominating performance here tonight. And on the way to another interview on the podium. He's doing everything to establish a big margin in the early stages. May button off and cruise around, but I doubt it. Still winding it on here. He just wants to establish a big margin if he possibly can. He's doing so. Armstrong solid in second, as is Van Zeeland, Aaron Van Zeeland. Michael Jenner and the 77 of Steve Van Zeeland. Been in the game a long time. DK, I think the body language says that he's just in cruise mode at the moment. He's not going that 10-tenths. Plenty in reserve if he has to call on it. Trying to make the spirit of the young fellow in the 35. He won't do that. But he's establishing a little bit of a benchmark here now. His only danger may be lap traffic. We'll wait and see. I'd be very surprised if it is. There's only 2 in front of him, and that's... Oh, bad luck for young Carter down there. While we're watching the, of course, as I say, Donnie back in town, having freshly won, cemented victory in his 9th World of Outlaws title once again. He was pushed all the way in the series, but he takes it out as only champions can. And this man out in front is definitely that, of course. The current Super Sedan Australian champion, former Australian champion in this division as well. Steve Van Zeeland, a bit of bother out of turn number 4, a little bit untidy. There's a good battle further back in the pack. Carter Armstrong working through. Give the kid credit. He's worked through a little bit of traffic, and that's probably as far as he's going to go, but you never know. He could come back and reclaim the place that he had when he had that little bit of a problem. Aaron Van Zeeland, though, is a tough nut to crack, and he's going well then. Kane doing what he has to. The margin not great at the moment, but he's got things under control. Probably just teasing Van Zeeland. Armstrong in the 3rd spot. It's getting close up front, though, nevertheless. Steve once again having problems there in the 77 car. Kane, he's got this shot to bits, looking very, very good indeed. And a little bit of a move across the apex there for the 22 car. Didn't help the equation in trying to keep close. Oh, and he's gone around. Oh, can you believe it? Van Zeeland's gone around, and that puts Armstrong back into 2nd spot. The lights are on. Well, like I said, he may end up back where he was, not really believing. Here at the end. Kane, you got to have everything right to get this man, and Aaron Kane working good. Carter's going to give him a go on the last lap, though. Jenner in 3rd at the moment. Van Zeeland pushing hard. Steve Van Zeeland, that is. Darren Kane, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, he's done it again. Carter half lose, hangs in there for 2nd spot. Credit to the kid. And also to Michael Jenner in 3rd spot. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. We are privileged to see a real champion here tonight once again. Darren Kane, sublime, absolutely sublime, takes the win. Carter Armstrong, well done. That was a splendid effort indeed in second spot. Michael Jenner got there for third. Best time by Darren Kane was a 13.770. That's not hanging back either, just quietly. So there we have it. Dominator, indeed. That's exactly what he was tonight. He cleaned up, he came, he saw, and he took everything before him. Oh, goodness me. It's going to be an interesting podium, this one too, to round our proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, while he's getting out of the car, thank you very much for coming along. It's just sensational. Don't forget, next Saturday night, sprint cars and a full support program as well. Yeah. But the way you had to do it wasn't all easy from the front like the feature turned out to be, but some of the heat racing, that pass that he did outside, inside, up the top of the... Here he is, Darren Kane, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, put your hands together with a champion. That was a champion effort tonight. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Yeah, we've got our second and third down here as well. Carter running second, went to the back, then got back up to second when Aaron spun out of second as well. So that was the difference. Probably, Darren didn't make a lot of mistakes out there. The guys chasing him, sort of throwing everything at it, trying to mow him down. We'll just wait for our second and third to go. We'll have a quick chat to Darren soon after we have our talk to our place getters. Michael Jenner ended up coming home in third, just sneaking home in third. Carter Armstrong got second. So we'll just wait for our third place man to come up here. Okay, just extracting himself from the car down there. Stayed out of trouble, and in the end result, finished up in third spot. So we'll start with Michael first. So there in the end, I mean, a few guys had the run ahead of you, but you sort of hung in there, and as they sort of struck trouble, you managed to get in third spot. Well done.
Yeah, that's the way it came up to the night for us. So we struggled with the car a bit, new setup, new shock package. So yeah, but it's definitely coming on in the feature there. So I was quite happy with it. I just need to get a bit more motor, and we'll be a lot better off.
All right, so obviously a good run. A lot of people to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Carline Mufflers at Caloundra, Elite Mechanical and 4x4 in Beerwah, and Rosa Concrete, and my lovely wife too, Katie, and my two boys up there cheering me on.
No worries. Third place tonight, again, Michael Jenner. Second place tonight, Carter. Carter's obviously got plenty of pace. It's just about making sure you make every mark, isn't it? Darren doesn't make too many mistakes, so you've got to be not just fast, but you've got to be, be smooth and sort of keep the car straight.
Yeah, I spun out up there, but I went in too hard, but it'll be right. Come back next time.
Right, so obviously, the car's a lot of people behind the scenes help you get to this spot.
Yeah, Mum, Dad, my sister, Carla Mufflers, Caloundra, Harrison's Mechanical, Dave from Shed Alliance, M&M Car Carriers, and everyone else.
All right, no worries. And put your hands to second place tonight, Carter Armstrong, and our feature race winner, Darren. I guess it's, the way you're going in the heats, you had to be pretty confident going in, led every lap of that feature race. The guys behind you were, they all sort of, they had some pace, but they just couldn't sort of nail the spot every lap. And that's what you've got to do, is just be consistently quick laps in these things and not try and get them too out of control.
Yeah, I was just saying to John, the last restart, she just fell in a hole. The car had a bad vibration on the off at her flat tyre, and but anyway, we got her home, so she might have done another couple of laps. I don't know.
So we should have gone 30, you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, we might not have any cars left to do that, but well done. So good night. I mean, the late model's back here at Archerfield. Obviously, I guess the plan is hopefully try and get a few more cars out here more often and give a bit more competition for you guys. But you're obviously happy with the team. You've been down to Sydney, haven't had a lot of luck down there with weather and so forth. So it's good to get some laps and close to home.
Yeah, no, it's great, mate. And thanks very much to Ian Botcher for letting me drive the car. Obviously, it's a pleasure to drive this car. The guys who work really hard in the crew, David and Greg, my dad, Rob, Brenton, he's been working pretty hard on the car, and we've made a fair few changes, and we always try on things, and sometimes we go backwards, sometimes we go forward, but I think we're working our way forward.
We'll see you here in a few weeks in the Super. Is that the plan to be back here, do you know, in the Super?
Yes, mate, yeah, so I think we might, we'll see how we go, might do two in one night.
Try and do double duty.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, no worries, the boys will be prepared for that. Darren Kane, ladies and gentlemen, so he'll be back here in a few weeks' time when the Super Sedans and late models are on the program. Our feature race winner in the late models, first time here for a few seasons. We'll go back up to you, Bob, to finish up. Sprint car action next week, it's going to be another big one. Thanks, mate.